Welcome back. A recent study by AARP says 9 out of 10 seniors prefer to stay home. In fact, 90% of them fear nursing homes more than even death. The cost of assisted living is also very high.
So how do we keep our aging loved ones safe at home and also stay connected to them? Today we're going to tell you about a new touch-based technology system that offers everything from medication reminders and monitoring to chatting and photo sharing as well. Laura Mitchell is the CEO of Grand Care Systems. She's going to show us how they work. Good to see you.
Good to be
morning.
here. Thank you.
I think this is so fascinating. I mean, I think that statistic is like really disheartening to hear that's going into a nursing home is something that seniors fear so much, you know, and obviously wanting to stay in their home creates so much independence for them.
Right, and I think that people just want to be empowered to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
They want to stay independent. They want to, especially with our rising boomer population, they value their independence. They want to stay home. They want to do it however they can.
Yeah.
So we have developed a technology to help them do that.
So
It's really
here's
cool.
the deal. I feel it has to be simple
Yep.
and it has to be very user friendly because people my age and older, technology isn't our thing. And we're very new to technology and smartphones and all of that. So I'm assuming that this is super easy.
It's super easy to use, whether they have any technology experience or not. So this goes into the home of someone trying to stay independent.
Okay.
Touch screen.
That's right. It's a touchscreen, and so it could be somebody who has a disability, or it could be someone who is aging and trying to just remain independent at home. And this is a source of information and communication. So they can do a one-touch video chat with their family or friends or even doctors. They can receive communications, pictures, messages. They can receive they can play games on it. They can see what their schedule for the day is. So, you know, what am I doing today?
Oh, that's nice.
Really
to do
nice.
checklists. So there's all sorts of, video chat where you can whitelist folks that they can call. So
Yeah.
it's just a way for them to communicate and stay a little safer and more independent at home.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned safety because I think one of the concerns that a lot of folks have is viruses, spam, getting that, to your phone or your computer.
Right.
How do you guys deal with that on a system like this?
So it's completely locked down. So we built it with that in mind. So there is no spam. It's all controlled messages. The family members and caregivers can log in through the website or app, and they can send messages through it. So it's not typical email, no spam, no viruses.
So is there no internet?
So they do need to have any internet connection in order to communicate with the system.
Gotcha.
But the family members can log in, and they can also monitor activities. So this is like, for example, a motion and temperature sensor. And then here's a telehealth device. So there's Bluetooth, blood pressure, weight, pulse ox,
wow.
and glucose. So you can monitor that information, and it's basically just let me know if something's wrong. If someone didn't get out of bed in the morning, if they didn't access, their meds or the fridge at mealtimes.
Yeah.
Speaking of medications, that's something I think is very concerning
Yes.
to loved ones because sometimes they're on so many different medications and the timing is important, and whether it's before a meal, for example, or after or before bed or on an empty stomach.
Right.
So this does a lot with medication routines and scheduling.
Right, so you can schedule the medications online, and you can say it's time to do this. This will prompt them to take the medications with a sound alert, and they can actually acknowledge that they've taken them. It's very helpful, so if somebody wants to empower themselves to age independently or with a disability, they can stay at home. They can be reminded when to do things. It doesn't have to be a physical caregiver reminding them. They can remind themselves.
How loud can you make it? Because my mom wears 2 hearing aids, and it's got to be loud.
You can set up external speakers on it as well.
just
So it
kidding.
can remind you to do just about anything, walk the dog, whatever
Yeah.
you're trying to be.
So I wonder about this setup. So this is a computer. You said that people need Wi-Fi. Do they subscribe to this? Do they rent this by the month? How does that part work?
Right, so they can either buy it outright or they can lease it. And so they can lease it for and actually our morning blend special is just for $49 a month.
Wow. So when you're comparing that to having someone come to the house or a nursing home, that's
Right.
a big, big difference.
Right, this costs less than a week in assisted living.
Yeah, I really like that. So Grand Care in general, how does it work? Do people come in and meet with you, or is this an online subscription? They just go on and learn how it works?
So it's fairly easy to set up. So someone can just go to grandcare.com and they can, contact our staff and buy it. It's just shipped to you.
Gotcha.
And you can set it up for your loved one, so the caregivers don't need to have any hardware in order to set it up. So they decide which sensors they'd like to choose, maybe a door sensor to verify that the door wasn't opened in the middle of the night, or maybe a blood pressure device or a weight scale if someone has a chronic condition, which a lot of folks do. We're living longer than we ever have before, but with that comes chronic conditions.
Yeah.
And we can manage them. We don't have to be ignorant about that. We can manage the chronic conditions. We can set up parameters. If my reading falls out of range, I want someone to know so that I can go to the clinic versus the ER.
Yes,
right? Save a lot of
absolutely.
money, and also, the ER isn't really a great hotel situation.
Well, and I think that's great that you help set it up and help people walk through it if they need that
Absolutely.
extra help. And great that they can try it. And I think it would give people such peace of mind to know that their aging loved one has this in their home.
Right, absolutely. And you can't beat the photos too. I mean, there's the photos of the grandkids. You can set it right up with Facebook.
So you can just send things to this?
Yes, you can send it from your phone or from your computer, but also you can just have it set right up so that your Facebook feed from all the grandchildren automatically populates the system, and Grandma doesn't even have to be on Facebook if she doesn't want to be.
Love that.
That's
it's
really
great. So we put up there the special that you're offering right now. So we want to make sure, again, you can go to grandcare.com. There's free installation and the waived activation fee. There are certain restrictions, but all you got to do is call the number on your screen. It's 262-338-6147, or again, grandcare.com. There's also an email if you've got questions. It's info@grandcare.com for more. Thanks so much, Laura.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool program.
Fantastic technology. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
That's great.